Hi, in this video, I will be showing how to deploy a CAP application into Kyma environment. So let's get started. First, we will open the terminal and create our CAP application with the same configurations. So we have created our application here. We will just continue with the basic setup. We'll open packages and we will add our HANA configuration. We will first go inside our project. We will add HANA configuration. We will add HANA configuration in our production environment. Also, we will add access URL, destination for consuming external services if required. Also, we will need to add UI for the backend. So we will add this code. Also, since there is nothing inside SRV folder, we will add sample to it to get started. Also, we will add handler to our service. So now the handler is ready. And now, since we are deploying it in Kyma environment, we will need Helm configuration. So we are going to add that as well using cds add Kyma. So it will ask for registry server. Since I'm using Docker desktop, my registry server would be docker.io. Cluster domain. For this cluster domain, we will have to check here. So basically, this is our cluster domain. Now Now we can see that there is an additional containerized YML which has gotten added here. So basically, this is very similar to empty environment where we are seeing our model and Helm chart. So this is getting deployed via Helm. So here we can see XUI HANA destination. Now we have added everything at a basic level and we are going to deploy it now. Also, there's one more thing to note. We have to reduce this space size to 20. Sometimes it reaches an endless state and it never proceeds ahead. So we have to reduce the size to 56. Let me just recheck it once. Yeah, it is correct. And now we will proceed with our deployment. So for deployment, we will use this command. Here in namespace, we can give any namespace, but I would suggest giving the project name itself, like the folder name that we are working on. It's on this one. So it failed to connect. So whenever this error comes up, we have to use this command. Config is equal to, we have to use this config path. How we get this config is from here. So whenever we download it, we get this config. Um, to make it real time, I will use this one itself. So we will copy this path and add it over here. And once again, we will use the deployment command again. Image put secret not found. So it will ask if you have to create it. Yes, we need it. This is my Docker username, email ID, password. So here we will not enter our password since we had not yet created our personal access token. So how to create personal access token and use it as a password, I will show it as well. So we'll go to our Docker desktop, go to account settings, go to personal access tokens, and here we will add. Also, there is one more thing to note. Here we can also give a random name. So since my application is different, I will name it something like this. Also, in containerized YML, we will have to also give our repository user. Like this. I added it here. Also, we have to add the same in our values.yml as well. Hmm. Also here. Okay. Now we have added that. Now onto the access token name, we will keep it as, since our application name was Kyma Cap, right? So we are gonna name it similar to that so that you remember. Kyma Cap secret. We will keep access permission as read, write, and delete, and we will generate it. So now we had gotten our personal access token. We will copy this command and use it right here. And in password, we will paste this command. Now we have logged in successfully. Also, we are going to copy this command again, paste it here, and in password section, we are going to enter this personal access token again. Also, the name we have to change. You have to use this name. So now the secret has been created. And now once again, we will go back to our deployment command. So we can also, until it gets deployed, we can see that it is pretty similar to MTA concept. We have modules here, the SRV module and our HANA deployer module. Also, if we go to our values.yml, we can see that it is somewhat similar to MTA where we have our access HANA deployer, SRV. I'm not sure, but what it does is it creates Docker images and then the created Docker images get moved towards the cluster, the Kyma cluster. So that's what happens in foreground and background. Also note that when we perform this deployment command, there are changes happening to gen inside gen folder. We are getting our additional charts. So this is our helm configuration, which is getting binded into our gen folder. So to keep things like super basic, I have created only one. I had used the default template itself, and there's only one entity. So what this command consists of like mini collections of commands. For example, in this command itself, we can see that there are several commands embedded within it. Like at first, we like npmi package log. This command gets executed, then cds build production. All the blue, like the light blue colors, are the commands which are getting executed when we use this command. So these are like the sub commands. Also, we can see that our HANA deployer has building of images has been done. And this is the main command which deploys our cluster into, deploys our images into the cluster. So since it is our first time that we are deploying, so it is showing that it does not exist. So it is installing it now. Okay, as we can see, our deployment has been completed. Since I haven't added any no, I had added authentication layer, so we can't see within the file, but still, you can open this link and we can see that our deployment is successful now. Obviously, we can't go inside this application since we had access here authentication, but this is a sign that it's working. So yeah, that's how you deploy your CAP application into Schema environment with access authentication.